Yo, man, it's begun. We know it's on. This fight is so big. It's so big. At the end of the day, this is the last of a dying breed. This is the last of the Mohicans. These two guys, Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford. These two guys are the last of a dying breed. Hopefully more are being spawned as we're speaking. Hopefully guys like Abdullah Mason and such like, even Shakur to an extent. Hopefully these guys can carry the torch and the mantle of these type of fighters, these caliber of fighters. But these are the two best fighters of this generation, away from Usyk. These are the two best at this juncture of this generation of boxers. What I want to do is talk about this in stages. There's not one video that can cover everything. Let's talk about if this fight can be the most watched boxing match in history. Yeah, at the end of the day, we've got to think about it. It's on Netflix. Yeah, there's not going to be a pay-per-view situation. It's straight to Netflix. Free to air on Netflix as long as you're a subscriber. Netflix have over 300 million subscribers. Okay, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson had over 108 million views. Yeah. So with that being said, there's potential for this to be a very, very much well-viewed fight. I mean, according to my research, the most viewed fight is a pay-per-view fight. Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather, which topped out at over 4.4 million views. That's what I'm talking about on TV. That's what my research is telling me. Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather was the most viewed fight on TV up until this Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson thing. So that's fine. Between 4 million and 108 million. Can this be the most viewed legitimate boxing match? Not no exhibition. Because Jake Paul versus Tyson was an exhibition. Let's just have it right. We know it was an exhibition. Let's not try and kid ourselves, okay? Will this gross more than that in terms of viewership? I think it will. I think it will gross more than 4.8 million. I don't think it was going to go to 108. I'm not sure about that, if it's going to go to 108. I'm just talking about this 4 million in pay-per-view buys, though. That was actually pay-per-view. Yo, Floyd and Manny made some peas on that thing, because every man had to pay $90. I'm sure you lot was paying $90 over there in America for that fight. And over here in the UK, it was even pay-per-view as well. I can't remember how much it was, but it wasn't no £90. I think it might have been about £30. Something like that. 25. I'm not sure, but I know it was pay-per-view over here as well. Check it. That card in the UK isn't starting until after 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. The main event isn't going to be until after 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. But yet they're still charging us. That's how big that fight was at the time. I believe that this fight is going to surpass Mayweather Pacquiao. Because it's not pay-per-view, that's for one. It's not pay-per-view. I think it will surpass 10 million views. And that's huge numbers, to be honest with you, when it comes to boxing. That's huge. 10 million is a huge viewership number. I think it's going to surpass that. I would love it to go up to them 100 millions. Just because I love boxing. I would love to know that over 100 million people tuned in to view this fight. It'd be brilliant, because I believe this is going to be a brilliant fight. This is going to be a spectacle. Talking about who's going to win or lose, that's totally another video. I'm going to do something about that. But right now, I'm just talking about this viewership situation. I believe that it's going to be the most viewed boxing match, a legitimate boxing match in the history of boxing. We've got to be prepared for that, because I believe that's what's going to happen. And with that being said, guys, I'm going to see you guys in the next video.